What's up, everybody? It's Fail Friday, and this is a weekly thing I like to do. It's basically like Mail Monday that Woody puts out, but I do it on Fridays, and Fail Friday rhymes, and my advice usually fucking fails. So, without further ado, if you'd like to be a part of Fail Friday, SapphireWings30 at hotmail.com. Put in the title Fail Friday. Generally, stuff without girls gets picked over the stuff with girls, unless it's a really interesting question. Alright, today's Fail Friday comes from Cowbiz. Cool name, dude. Hey Wings, big fan of your channel. Would love to see this on Phil Friday, but if not, a response would be greatly appreciated. Thanks. The question I'd like to ask you is I'm about to get my license. I'm 18 and I'm about to do all the paperwork to get my license done. I'm nervous about the driving test in general, or any test. Any tips and advice would be greatly appreciated. Alright, Cowbiz. Look here. Your driving test is going to be one of the most stressful things you got to do in the young part of your life. It's by no means the most stressful thing you'll ever do. If you live in the United States, you're most likely at this point you've been driving on your permit from anywhere from 1 to 5 months or even up to a year sometimes, depending on how nervous you are. And driving on the test, at least in the South Carolina driving test, is rather easy. So I'm going to go and walk you through my driving test I had in South Carolina. Basically, you gotta they go around, they check, make sure all the lights and stuff work on the car. They ask you to put the blinkers on. They actually ask you to put it in reverse. They ask you to apply the brakes, and not think that you know everything on the car and how it works. Make sure you buckle up. Make sure you look both ways. Make sure you're looking when you're pulling out. Make sure you stop at the stop sign. There's a 3 count rule. 1, 2, 3, go. Don't do a rolling stop. Rolling stops will make you fail instantly. Basically, after that, they give you scenarios like you're parked on a hill. Make sure you got your wheels turned right, 3-point turn, and other than that, just parallel parking. Actually, the written test is a lot harder than everything else. So if you master the written test, the driving test is going to be a piece of cake. Let's go and jump to the next question, since that was just a standard one. Our next question. He pretty much asked me not to put his name on here because, hey, Wings, I'm starting the last question off a little about me. I'm 14, I'm 5'11", I'm 230 pounds. Recently, I started actually thinking about dating. Up until now, I've mostly been in the mindset I did not need to date till after college or even maybe after graduating. Anyway, my question would be, like a guy like me to take a girl out for dates. I already know the obvious movies and the dinner, but what else could I do? I'd also appreciate if you don't mention my name. Alright, dude. First off, what you don't want to do is you don't want to pretty much pay for everything on the first date. That's a mistake I made quickly. I mean, when I first started dating, I was so happy that a girl was willing to go out with me. I was willing to shower with anything she fucking wanted. Anything her heart desired, she could have got on that first date. Mainly because she was good enough to go out with me. Don't do that. That's not the stability for a good relationship. What you want to do is you want to basically meet in a nice mutual place that's in a public place. I like to call them greeting meets. And obviously, if you met each other in high school, you can probably skip this step. But this is just in case you've met each other, exchanged phone numbers, and now you want to go out. It's best to start the very first date off in a public setting, say like a mall or something like that, and then move it on up. You want to do something that can mutually benefit both of you financially. Like, you don't want to go to a place like a movie where you drop $20 on the movie, then you got to pay for the dinner, and then you got to pay for the gas, and then she drops off and now you're fucking like $60 down, and you're not sure how the date went. Make it mutual. Like, make it so both of you have something to give up. That way you kind of tell how serious she is with you right away. If she's willing to split half the bills with you, she's more likely willing to listen to your conversation and things of that nature. Tips that you can go on a date, that pretty much depends on your area. Like, if you're in Myrtle Beach, you can take her to the Sky Wheel. The Sky Wheel is really cool. You can walk on the beach. Girls love walking on the beach. Hell, if she's promiscuous enough, you can go to Priscilla McCall's. I mean, you can do the little sex shop. You ain't got to buy nothing. Just walk around and laugh at all the stupid shit they got in there. They have some weird fucking shit in those sex shops. Especially the bra section. You ever see a triple G? As big as your damn head. Could bust a cassava melon open. Let's go on to the next question. Wow, this next question hits home, dude. This is one of those questions that you kind of hit too. I don't know if he wants to say it, but like this. Because, what's up, Wings? I'm having trouble with motivation in any sort of homework. I finished school last year and I was able to get by easy enough, but when I started university, for some reason, I cannot force myself to do any of my assignments. I come home knowing that I have to get work done, and I go straight to YouTube and waste time all night. Eventually convince myself I'll do it early in the morning. I get up the next day and go straight into wasting time again, and I never get anything done no matter how overdue shit is, and I can't get out this rut. What the fuck? Alright, buddy, look here. This is something I have to overcome daily. Daily. You'll be sitting there, you have a writer's block, and so as soon as you get a writer's block, you go do other things. You go on forums, you go on YouTube, you watch videos, you watch movies. You do all these things except what you need to do. What I suggest doing, and what works for me, is take yourself out of the element. What I find is you're going to continually sit there and waste hours upon hours of time if you stay in that element. Like, you got your math book out, you got all this out, and you don't want to do it to begin with, so you go over here and look at the YouTube. Get up, go get you a glass of water, walk down the street, go to your grandma's house, go wherever. Talk to somebody for an hour, clear your head, smile, come back, and then you pretty much have to fight that battle with yourself. Matter of fact, this video right here is one of the things I came up with to alleviate writer's block. Sometimes you can think of different ways to get you over. Phil Friday is a very easy and very little thinking on my part to do because the questions come from you guys instead of me picking a topic on my own, which I think you guys might actually enjoy. So that's one way to kind of like cheat the system, and Phil Friday is a good point in that. Even though I enjoy doing Phil Friday, Phil Friday is one of the highlights of my week. I actually look forward to doing it every week, and I would do it more often, but I figured it would get kind of stale. But yeah, just take yourself out of the element. I mean, I know this didn't really give you a solid answer, like you're not gonna be able to do your homework straight up, but think of what it will take you in the long run. Watching that YouTube video is just gonna kill an hour. You know, doing that homework, you know, might make it so you can buy a house one day. I mean, sometimes you just gotta hit the grind, and grinding is something some people are built for, some people aren't. It always what you are, dude. I mean, that's the best I can answer that question. Last question of the day wants to be remain anonymous, but it goes, "Hey Wings, I want to be anonymous. I'm a big fan. I'm always looking forward to a new video. I wanted to say that you have any advice for me. I recently broke up with my girlfriend, and all she does is skip school and hang out with older guys. I'm hearing she's letting anyone have sex with her, and she wanted to get back together, and I turned her down because all the other guys she had been with. She keeps giving me little hints like texting, and when she sees them, saying they're cool and stuff to try to make me jealous. I tried talking to her and trying to get to her in the right track for school, but she won't listen. What should I do?" Dude, I don't think there's anything you can do, to be perfectly honest. Generally, when young girls go out with older guys, it's for one reason: because they have money to spend on them, because they have cars, and because they personify that with it as cool. I mean, like, a young guy might, you know, be a little less mature, you know, not have as much money to spend on her, might not have a car or whatever. So she goes and gets these older guys, and these older guys are like put out or get out. And she wants to be personified in this kind of image that, you know, she's with him. She has a ride. She's cruising around in somebody's car. So she ends up putting out. I wouldn't really hold any of that stuff against her. She's probably going through a rough period in her life and kind of fighting wars within herself to kind of define who she is. And if you really do enjoy this girl, the best thing you can do is to accept her back. And, you know, you're never going to, even if you can't offer what those older guys offer her, you can kind of point it out to her that, you know, you don't have to be cool and ride around in a car and give up your you know, your innocence just for that kind of privilege. I mean, all that stuff kind of comes with time. I know that's a lame answer, dude, but that's the best I got. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. But that's Phil Friday for this week, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, SapphireWings30@hotmail.com. Put a tag Phil Friday in. If you could, please leave a rating. 4,000 ratings would be optimal. And as always, I'll see you guys later. I'm Audi 5000. Peace, pimps.